right, man, we back. Detroit Lions get the dub. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Lions win 31-26. And y'all know how we do. Let's break down the stats real quick. Daniel Jones had a big day. 28 passing, completed passes on 41 attempts, 322 through the air, 4 TDs. Saquon Barkley, Lions did a good job of keeping him in check. 19 rushes, 64 yards, no TDs on the ground, 3.4 yards average. Golden Tate, he had a solid day, 8 catches, 85 yards. Saquon had 8 catches, 79 yards. That's 9.9 average. 1 TD. Darius Slayton had a huge game. He had 2 big touchdown catches. For them 3 catches, 49 yards. Evan Ingram caught a touchdown as well. 4 catches, 10 yards a carry. 10 yards average, 40 yards. Let me get to the Lions stats, but the Lions have been covering tight ends a lot better than they had the last couple years. But Stafford had an ugly pick, I think, on the first possession. It was a max protect. Might have been only a 1 or 2 man route, and it was a corner post route, I think. It was a corner post. He acted like he was going to the corner, came back to the post. 25 for 32, higher completion percentage than Daniel Jones, I believe. 342 yards through the air, 3 TDs, 1 interception. Trey Carson had 12 carries, 34 yards, no touchdown. Ty Johnson, 7 carries, 25 yards. Paul Perkins, 3 carries, 4 yards. And J.D. McKissic had 1 carry for -1 yard. Galladay, huge game. I figured Marvin Jones wouldn't go off this game. It'll be a Galladay game, so I started him on a few of my FanDuel lineups. He had 6 catches, 123 yards, 2 TDs. Amendola had some big catches working the slot. 8 catches, 95 yards, 0 TDs. Marvin Hall had his we getting accustomed to his 1 big completion. 1 catch, 49 yards for a TD. Marvin Jones had 4 catches, 22 yards. Hawkinson only had 1 catch, 21 yards. It's been a disappearance of TJ Hawkinson, but as far as the defense, Jared Davis had a sack. Trey Flowers had 2 sacks today. And they got after it today, man. But still, we got better pressure today. But Daniel Jones was just too comfortable. I like Daniel Jones. I think he can be a solid, if not a star in this league. But I do think he had too much success today. To come here on the road and throw 4 TDs, Patricia really need to tighten up. I know we was missing Darius Slay. Rashad Melvin got cooked a little bit. Coleman got cooked by Golden Tate. We all know how good Golden Tate is. But the big play, when you watch Michigan and you watch the Lions, it's kind of like watching the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching the same thing. A ton of man coverage. I don't say it's the same, but it's similar. And when you play so much man, eventually, if your corners are not like A++ corners, they're going to give up big plays. And Rashad Melvin gave up a big play. Danny Amendola in the slot was killing the other corner, but we just gave up a lot of just big plays. You know, when they play zone, you know, they left Saquon Barkley open for that last touchdown. But overall, man, I don't think they could afford to lose Quadre Diggs or anybody on the defense, or let alone trade Darius Slay. I don't think they can afford to do that. They need as much talent as they can get. But they play pretty good up front to keep Saquon in check. But one thing about Saquon, he a dual threat. He can run it, he can catch it. And just looking at the Lions defense, they just need that star up front. And they need probably another 2 linebackers. If Tavai gonna work out, they need at least 1 more outside linebacker. But Daniel Jones shouldn't lit the Lions up like that today, even though they won. And then, you know, a lot of times these quarterbacks that play the Lions, they get big yardage off of second chance opportunities. Now, I sound like a basketball term. Penalties, dumb penalties. You know what I'm saying? Is one, and it's just really the penalties that I could think of. They get a lot of big plays. If the Lions can, in third downs, they get second chance off of blown coverage third downs. The Lions are terrible on third down defensively. They terrible with the penalties. It's kind of watching like the Jim Swartz Young Lions, where they had how can I say, they was labeled as like just undisciplined kids, and you kind of seeing that come back with Matt Patricia. A lot of holding, a lot of personal foul penalties. It's not as bad as it was with Jim Schwartz, but if they got off the field on second chance, this defense would probably be easily top 10. If they got off the field on second chance and they give up second chance opportunities with penalties and blown coverages, and they stay tight, this defense would easily be probably a top 10 defense. But the pressure is starting to amp up. I noticed they blitzing more, and they rush 3 a couple times, but they blitzing a lot more, and they understand that they can't just sit back and play everybody like the Chiefs. Everybody not Patrick Mahomes, because some of these guys can really run the ball, and they can sit there all day and go through the defense. But defensively, it wasn't their best effort, but they were shorthanded, and I like the way they blitzing more. But it's just they lacking talent on that side of the ball. Up front, Trey Flowers need a running partner. The linebackers, all of them go besides Savai. And then they just need little tweaks in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? I think with the front end, they're able to boost the front end with an elite pass rusher and a better linebacker. I think the back end would be okay. But offensively, Stafford did good. Other than the interception, he played pretty good today. I was just, he should have just thrown that away, to be honest. He tried to fit that ball in there. He had Peppers over the top, and Janoris Jenkins underneath, kind of like a double team bracket coverage. But he did his thing today. He did what he was supposed to do. He got Kenny Galladay involved, Marvin Hall involved, and he chopped him up. He playing well this season, very, very well, especially without the threat of a run game. But this is what he's supposed to do versus a decimated Giants defense, where they got rid of Olivier Vernon, JPP. They got rid of a lot of guys there, DRC, but Landon Collins. But he did what he was supposed to do, and that's ball out. He was efficient. He was accurate, and Lord knows if he can get a competent GM in there, they can get him better offensive linemen. They can find a way to run the ball and get linemen that can help him run the ball and get a little bit more talent on defense. They'll be straight. But other than that, he was accurate. The disappearance of TJ Hawkinson is something that I did expect, to be honest. And the reason I say I did expect let me move over because of the light. The reason I say I did expect the disappearance of Hawkinson, because the tight end position to play in the league as a rookie is really, really tough. So I didn't expect him to really have that success like people was hoping. Like in the first game, where we all thought he was going to be like the second coming of like Jimmy Graham, his rookie. Well, Jimmy Graham wasn't a great rookie, but you know what I'm saying. He was going to supposed to be everything we thought Ebron was, to have a Mike Ditka type rookie season. I knew it wasn't going to happen, because you got to learn the speed of the game is the first thing that kind of gets you when you jump up from levels. You jump from Pop Warner, Wet Powell to high school to college, and college to NFL. The speed of the guys, he going to have to learn the line audibles. He got to learn the routes, the high routes, the audible plays. He got to learn everything. And he probably got to learn the fullback position a little bit. He got to learn the slot receiver. He probably got to learn some X. So it's a lot to learn in the first year, and it's a reason why rookie tight ends historically don't do well. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a bust. It's just it takes time. It's a maturation process, and that you may not show until his second year where what he really learned. But teams are taking him away in the middle of the field. But guess what? Galladay and Amendola is holding it down, and Marvin Jones is holding it down. But I do think they do need to get him involved a little bit more offensively, or try to get him the ball early. But right now they're doing well. The running game is just what's lacking. The lack of talent in the backfield and the lack of talent on the front line. But overall, they did what they were supposed to do. 30-26. I think it was close. It was a little bit closer than I thought it would be, maybe because of the late Saquon Barkley touchdown. But other than that, man, I would I was proud of the performance today. It was an exciting game, but they played 4 quarters of football. But they did some adjustments as far as getting pressure on Daniel Jones. But I'm very impressed with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. He kind of looked like Eli, a little bit more arm. He can go, takes chances going down the field. And that rookie Darius Slayton, he caught my eyes well too. He did a hell of a job today, man. Hell of a job, man. And like I said, I like Daniel Jones. I think he could be a star in this league, and I think the Giants are going in the right direction, man. But Lions get the dub, 31-26. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget you can check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports, music, and entertainment. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. All those links in the description. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate, share the video. Congratulations to the Lions. Good win, 31-26. One Pride, we out.